Uganda's main electricity distribution company has embarked on a series of engagements with stakeholders in the Kigezi sub-region to address concerns about its service provision capacity. Officials from Umeme held a dialogue with stakeholders at Cephas Inn Kabale following an announcement by concerned residents that they would protest persistent power fluctuations in their area on Friday 9th of August 2024. The dialogue included officials from the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, Kabale District Local Government, top security officials from the Kigezi Regional Police and the UPDF's 311 Battalion. Representatives from the business communities in Kabale District, Rukiga, Rubanda, and parts of Ntungamo were also present at the meeting. Ian Namanya, Umeme's Regional Operations Manager for Western Uganda, explained that Kabale's power problems are due to the fact that electricity travels about 290 kilometers from the Mbara substation to Kabale and Rubanda, causing numerous interruptions along the way. He also cited tree cutting along the transmission lines as another challenge. However, Umeme officials assured the public that the ongoing construction of a substation in Rubanda district will significantly address power fluctuations in the region once it is commissioned this December.
Substation kwa kuja ya Kabale. Nichimanyisa ebizuri tebeni Ntungamo has kugambarara. Uyo mwaka koraho akakora yoko mashanyarazi kiba cyawo. Tumesa ko mashanyarazi aganye gagara hano ya hi owanyu. So right ne bane ruga omurubanda neje hano ya kabaro mutabo. So right rehud ngamashanyarazi ago kugaho neje kubiri ikintu nonga. Twasana kutija kustunga. No buriya ware garga hon nichibanke kirego. Abo kugira mu substation zireki eri. Now, istrukwete ngakora itwekabanya Kigezi no kurema twagumantu tutema MT. Iyo ne taho maraini ombitwe kabiri. Ruja kuburiya urengo mutu gwatera raini abamahanga tebine mashanyarazi. Kunga bakabaye ngo mabagini. Abo kugira ngo raini yamahanga yarwa kugira ngo mutu gwatera. Gwatera ki gwatera raini za mashanyarazi. So problem ile tuwe solve harokari. So uwana wareba engineer wetu ku government squad kwa hananiza chimwe cha substation. Twena ntumane muri solution ya Kabale. Mbweni ngenda kushaba abanyanyazi na bakuru banje na barumuna banje aba activists abariyo ba planning a demonstration. Demonstration no bwekuza. No bwekuza. Kientuza kuhinduka. Until substation is ready.
We are in Kabale today because we feel and we know the challenges that have been here in terms of reliability of power. We have for about 2 years been getting outages and suffering intermittent supply, and this has been on the back of so many things, and one of them is the terrain of the area. We run a very long line from Mbarara, which supplies Kabale, but also it goes through the hills, and under that line there's also vegetation in terms of trees. There's a lot of eucalyptus tree plantations that we have in this area. However, when there's a bit of when the environment is windy, the lines trip. But we've been working and engaging with the communities to ensure that we can address that problem, and we will continue to do that. The second issue is that we've worked hand in hand with other stakeholders to ensure that we put in all the interventions and deliver reliability. And one of them is the construction of a substation, which is being done by Government of Uganda and the Uganda Electricity Transmission Company Limited. We are happy, as we have heard from government today, that works are ongoing, and they witnessed we leave challenges in terms of the land where the line was running through, especially the line that evacuates power from the substation. But they've indicated that almost 90% of that has been done. So we believe that once the substation is completed by end of this year, we will be able to evacuate and get that power distributed to our people here in Kabale, because we know for sure that almost everybody 100% depends on power right from the small enterprises to the big industries. They cannot operate without power, and it is our business, it is our duty to ensure that the lights are on, because if the lights are not on, we are also not earning. So we are working with all the partners to ensure that reliability is achieved in this area. We know what electricity does, we know what electricity can do to improve people's lives.
In the same dialogue, security authorities asked the organizers of the impending protest to therefore call it off, stating that it would be disruptive to continue with the demonstration after receiving a clear explanation from the concerned parties. However, some of the stakeholders shared their views on what needs to be done to ensure efficient service delivery by Umeme.
I apologize on behalf of government to the people of Kabale for having taken a bit of sometimes suffering because of power fluctuation, which has not only blew the electric appliances and devices, but also hindered what they have, their businesses, especially which work based on electricity. The good thing, when we received information about the impending demonstration, I made sure that I organize some dialogue, engagement with the community. One, through radio communication, and the second one, engagement like this one, this meeting, so that you can interface with the community by requesting a team from Umeme headquarters and the Ministry of Energy to come and explain to the people. As you know, this government believes in two things: transparency and accountability. As a government, we are accountable to the people, and if people develop any grievance against the government, it is a responsibility of government to come to the people and explain to them why a case like this one, why do we have power fluctuation or power outages that is affecting the development of our people.
But we also appreciate that there are so many issues that women may be facing for not fulfilling your requirements, or serving you as expected. That's why we cannot wholeheartedly say, you go and demonstrate. Members, we must accept that demonstration is, one, is destructive to life and property. And as regulators of assemblies or demonstrations, we must guide you. Of course, the guidance may not go by your wish, but it must be within the lines of the law. Once we anticipate that your demonstration will antagonize as activities, we can't just say you go on and demonstrate. We must guide you. I want to thank you, for those of you who have been organizing this, for listening to us, to our guidance, for listening to our advice. Because, as I said, it's destructive. You will call for a demonstration when you are 5. By the time you walk from Cephas, from here to the district, you're already 50. By the time you reach the junction down there, you are 200. Definitely you can't control those 200. By the time you reach somewhere, you are 200, 400, 1,000. And those, some of them are opportunists. We start throwing stones, pelting stones to moving vehicles. You will disrupt traffic flow. And as police, we say no. Please, why don't we take other alternative measures into solving this problem? And good enough, today it has been what? Answered. We have had answers here. And I believe from today, or from now, from this building, you are ambassadors of women.
You're coming with the same conversation and the same language that you used last time. So I concur with my fellow here, if we get a memorandum of understanding this time. That's what we forgot the other time. If we can get it now, and by December, we'll be assured that we shall be having a stable power supply in Kabale. That would make us stable.
The gentleman talked about the issue of language and calling Kampala. That is different. The problem actually is that if my house is burning and I call Kampala, the 08 number, they keep saying, oh, we are transferring to the next caller, transferring to the next caller. Why don't I call Douglas, my friend, who is in the Kabale office, and he responds? Why does he have to tell me, can you please first call Kampala to get a reference? Meanwhile, my house is burning. Why can't you respond as we work towards getting a reference from Kampala? Thank you.
Present Kabale University. Kabale University has a population of about 7,000 people. We rely on a generator about 80% of the time, and that is an institution. Now, when power is there, it is too low. You cannot use even a printer to print with that power. So why don't we have an element of load shedding, like it used to be with UEB those days? So that if an area A has power, it is useful. Instead of the whole of Kabale University, I mean Kabale town having, or Kabale community having power, which is of no use. Possible load shedding, if we would get about 50% of a week with the power, we would use it. Other than being there with Umeme, power is there, but we are still running on the generator. That's what we do. You have a generator and you also have Umeme running at the same time. The other issue is stealing power. You talked about stealing power. Power is stolen by your people, by Umeme people. There is very many people fear electricity. I personally fear it. I'm sure everybody here fears touching it. We have had 2 cases in Kabale University where we have Yaka. Thieves, Umeme, I'm calling them Umeme staff in inverted commas. They climb a pole, disconnect from up there, spend about a month or 2, come back, climb again, and they say, you people, you disconnect, you bypassed power. Who has the capacity to climb a pole? Apart from Umeme people who have the shoes to climb. So when you say, you people, how did we climb? You say, thieves. Which are those thieves?
My name is Magala David, an opinion leader. Ichanjeni chiza wa Minister of Energy. Kan RDC na wachuli chizejeni because tukatwa yombere huna na ba ministry niteka na Umeme kwatiri nemu. Hariho ebikondo byamara emyaka 6 omuruka gwa Katoke kuruga road block hariya a road block ya Nyakijumba muruka gwa Katoke ogwe chanane aba reya bakabatanda kubyara ebikondo bakabyara umuruka bwena. All of a sudden, President had his intentions and reasons rare yarugaho. Ever since, ebikondo byemerire bwana RDC kumara emyaka 6 abantu barebe ebikondo and they are about to come to the road for demonstration. Echakabiri abakigana bajango washokwa kwa hakura okwombenga hariho Muvumbe power station, hydro power station, which is in Maziba in Kahondo parish, where I happen to be an opinion leader in that very parish. Wanda bishemwe damu yombeku mwanya amashanjazi gegurwe gagende dero mujironga abantu ko baraza mputo bwa RDC mujironga abantu bagize imicumi ninyijuka tukaza tukakora demonstration, not demonstration, tukagira inchiko nyinji munonga turi n'aba ministry batupromisinga ngo bakutwereza amashanyarazi twangire ngo batakata mini grid batakatwire amashanyarazi. All of a sudden twazo police batukoresa statement si twazo RDC umpa wakata kizire twakora statement si twitiriza na ministry ngo bakutwereza amashanyarazi then bagatanki a national grid all the way amashanyarazi gari a national grid twine magiraki twine amashanyarazi ona bishemwe tumura mu nshashana ubwo ari ishomero ryine computers nka 30 rya seed school amene rya USE ryaho rishitami rireba computers. Ekindi cha umeme bagamba extension of power to various areas. Congratulating questions about your polls. Na hati toba abijunisa amashanyarazi titukamanyaga prices za polls zanyu no hurira ngo igiporo ne ya miliyoni 2 n'ibiki ne yazingaye uyibuza amashanyarazi kanyenda kwanyenda gakozesa kandi kagashashura kandi poro namara kujigura ketakaba yanje. Why don't you see my need that I need the power and you supply me with the pole, then I start paying. Other than me buying a pole and I start again paying, then after buying it, it's no longer mine. Abishi mwinu turubaga
koze urukingo buturi muri Kigezi konka ikibuzo baranyeta kanyese Jenixon kandi nabajamu najwekera ndurwa West LC1 was born. So ikibuzo cyanje cyo kubaza umeme nkabire ndabahuza habwenji murakora nitwe ndagano biriya papure byo kubanza tuba turakira amashanyarazi mukaba mutwabyakirire twikirizana ngo muje gusapurayinga amashanyarazi 24 hours kandi mukaba ubu mutacabasa kwisa orunaku rumwe mu week habwenji mutaratuye ahamita tutashushure amashanyarazi gije bikaba bini koko imotoke baka gaba gariho gabe consumed gatariho tutashasha ukwezi mbwe monthly charges nizo zitushashaga. So tukora expenditure buri izoba kandi imwe mutaragera mutarasapurayinga buri izoba. So ekibuze cyo nendaga ngo directly kize na hari government obwiro bwinji government naye involving the stakeholders beneficiaries abarenda kuganyirwamo mu kintu nabo babacengeze cyo gukora abo ba government ezisente zeta gahunda jamu na yerazima mwakwata wayazilingana na miliyoni ukakwata 13 na gwenda yari kaganina emirundi miliyoni murashoroza billions kandi mutasafararinje ndagire cyo cyahurishika.
According to a letter dated 1st of August 2024, addressed to Inspector General of Police, a section of residents in Kabale municipality sought police clearance for a protest against Umeme due to its daily power blackouts.